recording of this, so a lot of the things that I'm going to be saying are like, it should be pretty clear what's what, but I'm going to say some things that are like reactionary to the game that I was saying like while I was watching the game. Maybe I shouldn't use my personal recording because I was kind of tilted. I don't know. I'm probably going to be yelling at you guys sometimes. That's okay. Just ignore that. Pay attention to the things I calmly say while the game is paused. We're starting.
We all know where we want to set up at the start of this push here.
Hold on, my game just decided to go windowed mode.
Okay, and what your...
He's saying...
My shield's low. I'm gonna...
Sven's trying to volley.
Abyssal should be playing farther back, like over here. That's fine, though. It's not a
From
big
the
deal.
mega pack.
This is actually more like... Oh, I lied.
Nice.
I see why you came up. He came up to pick this. Okay, that was actually really good.
I was actually... Oh.
It's actually good positioning to get pressure on the choke, so I'm going to take it
Leo's
back.
not close to his
There's no
Bubble's
complaints
gonna-
so far. I'm not going to tell anyone to watch any of
I've
this
had more
yet.
hits than-
This first push, this is actually all really well done.
Okay, Ryan's low.
my shield is low.
Enemy Widow by the mega pack on their side of
I
choke.
need help.
So one of the things that I was told, like,
Yeah, Widow, I can help.
was that Loof wasn't being pocketed enough on this fight, and that's
Or
why he
Banyu.
lost, is something someone whispered me. But from right here, let me go back 10 seconds. So Loof is at full
My
health.
shield is low.
Enemy
Loof is at
Widow
full
by the
health.
mega pack on their
They're
side of
I
pushing
need
him.
help.
Yeah, Widow,
So he's getting
I can
healed
help.
and barriered. Now he's at full. He was at full health right there. For like 1 second, he's at full health. So his shield goes down for a
Or
second. He
Banyu.
takes cover. He's getting
I
continuously
need to back
healed.
up.
They're just pressuring him. He takes a 400 damage Widow headshot here. This is not something that healing could have saved. This was. I'm gonna say. Once he started getting pressured like that, he should have started shield jumping back. So this is for Loof. 142. I'm gonna have you come in and watch this. Let me get a piece of paper and a pencil down so I can write down the timestamps that I want everyone to be watching at. But Loof locks. Once. Here, I'll go back 10 seconds again.
Low.
Enemy Widow by the mega pack.
So like, right here, you're at half health. Instead of coming back in this corner, you probably should just start shield jumping back towards your
On this
team
side of
I need
because
help.
Yeah, Widow, I can help.
it's honestly partially just unfortunate because you really wouldn't have died if the Widow didn't
Or
get the
Banyu.
full headshot on you.
I need to back up.
You also probably don't want to throw out fire strikes while they're pressuring you like that.
Fine low.
But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
not
Sorry,
resible.
it's
not
honestly
resible.
more just unfortunate. You really did have to just come back once they started pressuring.
Yeah.
They're pursuing. Zarya high charge on point.
And then here this just becomes a mess. Who's our off tank? Okay, you get picked too really fast.
Or
It's
Banyu.
fine. Once the first person goes down
I need to
though,
back up.
you just lose player advantage, and then
Fine low.
all they have to do is walk
It's
into
not
your team, and
resible.
you
It's
just
not
lose
resible.
automatically.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck.
They're pursuing. Zarya high charge on point.
Oh, I wanted to go
Banyu.
over Ghost
Okay,
shields
Ryan's
really
low.
fast first. I know I'm hopping around.
They're
a
done
little bit.
McCree.
I should have.
Luckily, right side.
Alright, so Crumbs...
Oh, here's what I wanted.
Nice.
So
Nice, Fizzle. I was actually...
so right here, Ghost pops his shield.
Leo's not
Oh,
close
maybe
to his
not.
low.
Bubble's
Where is
gonna...
it? So Ghost pops his shield on Loof, and Loof holds his shield up. Loof, if you ever have a barrier on you, just keep your shield down. You just swing randomly. Like even if there's no one in front of you, just so that like they're gonna be pressuring you, they're gonna hit the shield. We need Zarya to have energy. If you have a bubble on you, you can see it. It's very clear. It's a very obvious visual. Don't put your shield up while you have the
I've had
bubble.
more hits than.
And then Ghost, you pop.
Friendly support.
Whoops.
Ryan's low.
And then
Oh,
Ghost pops
my
his
shield is low.
barrier.
Enemy Widow by
While
the
he's
mega pack
standing
on their
behind
side of
Ryan's
I need
shield,
help.
he pops his barrier. which
Yeah,
is
Widow,
also
I can help.
very bad. That was a good barrier though. That one was good.
Or Banyu.
I need to back up.
Fine low.
Get down.
So for that fight, it's just the tank play. Let me get my paper and pencil so I can write down who needs to see what. I'll be right back. Opening Volkskya. So we have continuous orb and mercy on Ryan as he goes down. So it had to be a harder disengage. Also, playing up here is good early, but you have to know when to give them space, which is a complicated idea, and we're not going to start talking about that yet, but if they could, especially with McCree, by the way, if they could pressure you really hard here, it's probably good to just start bouncing back, and then once they start coming in, you know, it gives Crump more. Once they're pushing through this choke, it gives like Crump better lines to get picks. Pseudo can get some better lines. I think it actually happens. I think once they start coming through choke, because once they're walking through this, it's really easy for the DPS to start looking for picks. Like you do have to give them some space eventually. It's good. It's fine to start here, and when the Zenyatta was down, while the Zenyatta was down, it was good to also like pressure really far into the choke. But once the Zenyatta was back, and once they started like pushing into you a little bit, it would have been better to start backing up. Ghost, your early shields were all. They need to be. The shields you put on Loof needs to be communicated. They need to be called out like shield 3, 2, 1, so that Loof has more time to put your shield down. Loof, while you have a shield on you, just put your shield down reactionary if he doesn't say it. And the shield where you walked over here, while you were still behind Ryan and just popped it and just waited. For those, you could be a little more aggressive with that. It's really important to have high energy, and it is hard to pick a Zarya with the Rhine up. As long as Loof is pretty high health and safe and protected and he has a good barrier, you can just pop out in front of his barrier, pop your personal, and then pop back behind him. That's what I do in my ranked games. It's hard to punish. The thing you do have to be careful of again when you're playing like that is CC. So in this case, McCree, you have to be aware of their CC. How I would do it with your personal is that I would wait until you hear the flashbang go out. He used it a couple of times to try to stun Loof through his shield. Once you hear the flashbang go out, you're 100% safe to just walk in front of the shield, pop your personal, and then come back. And that goes for Pseudo too. So when Pseudo plays Zarya, but so opening Volkskya, I want Loof has to watch this whole segment. Ghost, and I want Pseudo to watch this as well because he plays a lot of Zarya. So your shields need to be communicated. Ghost, your comms were really quiet that day. You've been better other days. Comms of Zarya is super important for just shielding, like telling Loof when he shielded so he could play a little more aggressive and then back up. The reactionary one when he did the short charge was very good though. We're gonna play this out. So
Yeah.
They're pursuing Zarya high charge.
the next small problem. So at this point, you know, this is obviously a lost fight, but retreating this way, Bizzle, is not where you want to go.
This isn't worth fighting for.
If there was a
We're
chance
done
here, that's not the way
I
you
think we
wanted
should
to
just
go.
hold up a certain point.
I do both friendly supports do have ults for
Okay,
next
we didn't
push.
pop any ults. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that we don't need to
Another
go
ice.
over that though.
How many hits did Ryan get when he was clearing the point?
Not sure.
Anyone that got hit by Ryan?
Can we contest? Can we contest or no?
No.
No.
I have barrage and very soon.
Okay.
I have.
Oh,
I have
you
Earth
hear me yelling no?
Can we
That's just
ult
me
check who's
reacting to
closest?
people talking.
I have
about
Earth
it.
Shatter. Their Ryan might be really close because I just got mine.
Okay.
I
No,
don't
you
know.
got a shatter on me.
Oh,
Wait, he shattered you?
Sorry.
fire heals, fire heals,
Oh,
fire heals.
this fight is funny too. This we could have done a little bit better. So the shield's low. They do a good grab. It's fine. So what you need to be aware of when they grab you, if they do not have a Hanzo or a Tracer and they're grabbing you, then they need to. It's still a fight. The grab does it does a lot. The grab is a very strong ult, but you are still in the the grab does not win them the fight if they don't have a Hanzo or a Tracer. Maybe Pharah could combo you, but what you want to do if they don't have Hanzo or Tracer, you want to find the next best person to combo you. So here it's obviously McCree, and you want to know what you can do to stop him. And honestly, almost everyone on the team could have stopped this. Literally, this was it's fine that you lost this because it's a strong ult combo and you weren't prepared for it. But every single person on the team except for maybe Hawk.
Trancing.
So with this trance, this is the first thing. So this is for Abyssal. Let's do. I'm gonna write down this note. 2:30 second fight. So Abyssal, I told you this already, but when you're in trance, let me get my marker out. Oh, don't look at my Trump spam, please. So when you're trancing, you're immune to damage. We know that. And I've talked to you about this really briefly earlier Why is my marker minimizing my video? And I've talked to you about this briefly a little earlier, but if you just took your trance, you could stand right here, and this part of your trance circle would still be on the team. But they're not taking damage anyway. Literally no damage is going out right now. Like, your team's not taking any damage. But if you just stood right here, you could body block the whole high noon, and honestly, most of this is Zenyatta spam too. So that's just something to be aware of. It's like elite pro plays, but those are like the plays that win. The next person who had an opportunity to save this fight was actually Pseudo, who very nearly did it. Pseudo was very close to saving this, and here it is. So this ult was very, very good. This Pseudo ult was very good here. The Rhine goes down instantly, and you see he's actually now triggering his high noon. He's pulling the trigger on it. While Pseudo's ulting, okay, so my only complaint, this could have come out literally like half a second sooner, and you might have had time to kill the McCree. And let me see that. So here's another thing. High noon kills everybody. Ghost could have saved. So we already have a pick. Ghost should not have died to this. Ghost should have had his personal for the high noon, and one other person should have gotten saved by Ghost Bubbles. Once we had that, their main tank was down. This McCree should have gone down pretty soon after. I do want to see what Crump was doing, because also the Rhine was not protecting the McCree. He was getting healed, but there should have been spam on him. Let me see that. So I want everyone to see this fight.
Fire heals.
I'm gonna tell everyone they have to see this. So, so the ult comes out. This is shielded. This is fine. Oh, this happens very fast. I lied. Maybe there's no time to spam. So he's still body blocking for McCree.
Fencing.
Is Crump in here?
Fencing on point.
I don't know what angle Crump has actually. The ult is good. I don't know where Ghost's barriers are, but they should have been out.
Oh.
I don't know. Abyssal could have body blocked it. Pseudo could have popped his ult like a second sooner and killed the McCree before the high noon finished. Ghost should have had barriers up for that combo. I don't see there wasn't really anything going on before that. He definitely should have had his personal up. And the friendly one comes up in like 6 or 7 seconds. Like, the friendly one's cooldown is not that long. There was no reason to use the personal one before this. And I could go back and look in a second, but I don't. He should have had the friendly one up. And if you had bubbled 2 people from the high noon, and now look at what they do now. Like that. Now that this McCree, once you bubbled the 2 people, this McCree could have gone down instantly.
Went down
I don't know
just
how
as
Hawk
that freaking
lived.
crap.
Nice try, team. Nice try, team.
I'm going.
So this is done.
Do you go quickly?
All right, this is a much
I
smaller
still have Shadow, I'm gonna
issue.
hold on to it.
It's now or never.
Okay, good.
No, we can't.
Okay,
get
now
that.
we're fine.
Yeah,
Very
sorry,
well
man.
played. All right, so that's the whole first round. It's just 2 fights. Everyone has to watch the second fight. Everyone has to watch what happened there. And actually, Loof, I didn't bring up Loof's problem. Loof did not. Loof's shield did not break, so they have no. So look here. It's hard to. Okay, so the shield is at a little bit less than 1,000 health right now.
Fencing.
It's at a little bit less than 1,000.
Fencing.
I think maybe what happens is this is much less important. This high noon shot is up to like 300 and something damage, and this doesn't matter as much. But the first high noon shot, he goes from. Let me see. Let me double check before I say the wrong thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Wow,
lost.
I fucked up.
Shield went down just as that freaking crap.
Nice try, team. Nice try, team.
No, he goes from
I'm
right to
going,
left. I'm wrong. So I do think
Fencing.
Loof pops charge.
Fencing on point.
I think Loof pops charge like at the last frame. I think you could see the animation. I do believe it happened. I want to catch it. I can't slow this down on this browser.
Fencing. Fencing on point.
I should just post this to YouTube if I want to see this. The sound effect for the charge just went out. I don't know if you guys heard it. It could have been the enemy grind, so maybe I won't blame Loof. But there's no damage coming out on his shield. They have a Widow who's not firing on the shield, The Zen is the only one hitting the shield in the entire game. He's stuck in his animation. Oh, the Zarya maybe? Okay, Zarya is on the shield. I lied. Okay, I didn't see her. So yeah, it's reasonable. It's fair. The shield could have gone down. I don't think.
My shield went down just as that freaking crap.
Nice try, team. Nice try, team.
I'm going.
No, it did. It broke. The shield broke. I'm a liar. Damn. I'm a complete liar. All right.
I still have Shadow. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Second fight.
Oh,
It's now or never.
No, we can't get to it.
we got
Very
Shadow.
well played by them. Holy shit, they've
Nice try,
been
guys.
practicing.
So what? How did that go through? Was it just
Shield.
My
Shield
shield
attrition?
got ripped down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we lost the shield.
Who did it? Was it the Zarya?
Yeah, it was.
Excuse me.
Okay, there's a lot of good point there. It was actually their
Side
Zarya.
attack. Ghost is. That'd be amazing.
Alright, Junkrat traps. That was a Luca future.
Oh, I didn't
for
even
the
notice
past.
skins were disabled. That's sad.
Fill the
do it
corner
all
we
the
don't play.
That's lame.
Watch for Widow. Watch for Widow now.
Good
They might have
pseudo.
Widow, right? Remember?
Right. Widow would be set up at this point.
I don't
So
see
what?
anything.
So we're gonna do a Widow check and then we'll walk out. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Krabs,
no-
give us the green light.
I don't see her up there.
No Widow. Okay. All right. We're just gonna. Okay. We're gonna go through the building. Follow
Watch
the
the
Ryan.
left. Okay, nothing.
Yep. Okay.
They have a Junkrat.
I'm on speed. Get ready for amp it up in 3.
He's right.
They knew exactly what we were gonna do. They're already spamming where we're gonna come from.
Go 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 go.
They had planned out a defense against this. They had planted. Well, why didn't that work?
Yep. Okay.
They have a
video-
Junkrat.
my
I'm
video
on
wasn't playing
speed.
there for a
Get
second.
ready for amp it up in 3.
He's right.
And actually, I'm
Go, go,
curious
go, go,
about
go, go, go,
Oxline's
go, go.
orb here. Oh, it's perfect. It's good.
I'm on
Runs
here.
low, runs low,
My
runs low.
video
Right,
has,
right, 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 right.
Go point.
my video had no frames for that fight.
Go 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 go.
I want to see this. What the hell?
I'm on here.
Runs low, runs low, runs low.
Right, 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 right.
Go point, go
That's
point.
unfortunate. All right, you guys did that all very well though. That was very good.
Jump out, jump out.
Turning on Ryan was very good, and Crump's callouts here are really strong.
Jump out,
Good,
jump out,
good
jump out.
turn
I'm on
on
Hillsong. 3, 2, 1. Amp it up.
Jump out dead. Mercy,
I'm full charge.
mercy,
I'm full
mercy, mercy,
charge.
mercy, mercy.
Advantage, advantage.
Ah, that short.
Mercy behind. Hanzo behind. Damage booster.
I need healing.
Hanzo, 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 Hanzo.
I think you're facing the wrong way. Loof, you should probably back up into this room if you're low and they're pressuring you. You don't have to stand in the middle of the point. You can take cover. It's fine though. That's a small thing. And it's
Grab the health pack. Grab the health pack. If you
playing
need
that corner's fine too. Actually,
Got it,
Hanzo dead.
that's pretty decent.
Mercy, mercy,
Mercy,
mercy,
mercy,
mercy.
mercy.
All right,
Got her.
it was really clean.
Very
Overall,
nice.
that was really clean. I'm not gonna complain about that.
Zarya got out, and she's at really high charge.
That was exactly what we were
I'm
supposed to
pushing
do.
him
Turning on the
aggressively,
Ryan
keeping
was
him off.
very strong.
Okay, I'm on speed song.
I'm glad we played that the way we did.
Any
All
ults?
right,
Any ults? No? Okay, okay.
this I need to see though.
Amp ready. 3, 2,
I
1.
don't.
Amping
Oh,
on
Hawk
charge.
gets picked.
Let's get Ryan. Let's get Ryan.
Normally in this situation,
Ryan dead. Ryan very low. Ryan very low.
Hillsong.
that's just their.
Rip fire for
Right,
point.
right side, right side.
Oh my god, I missed the whole
Back up,
fight.
back up,
My
back up, back up.
fucking
Ryan,
stupid video just doesn't.
Ryan dead. Ryan very low. Ryan very low.
Hillsong. Rip fire for
Right,
point.
right,
All right, I
right
guess we
side.
just don't have these
Whoa.
frames. I guess those are just the missing frames. God damn it! I'll watch it on someone else's
Back up, back up,
video.
back up,
That's
back
Dead.
up. Retreat, retreat.
It's fucking annoying though.
No, don't worry.
I didn't know where that tire was.
Oh my god, I want to see this so
Rip
badly.
fire for
Right
point.
side, right side, right
So
side.
Riptire should never kill
Whoa.
Moira, by the way. Fade
Back up, back up, back up,
Fade
back up.
comes up
Retreat,
like
retreat.
every like 2 seconds. You should, if you
I didn't know where
fade.
that tire was coming
I mean, maybe
from.
if he baits it.
Okay, from right side. Okay, I have ult.
Oh, fade.
Is this a reset? What do we want to do
this
here?
is
Yeah,
tire
yeah,
shield.
reset,
This
reset,
is-
reset.
Oh my god, I can't even see that fight because I'm missing frames. I'm gonna end this. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna end this for now.